Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Hi, Raj. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks. And how about you?
I'm doing very well. It doesn't really feel like a Saturday for me, but no complaints.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, what are your plans for the weekend?
Uh, Nothing special.
Hmm?
Like always, I have started a new book and I'm about to finish that.
Sounds amazing. So, what's the name of that book?
Deep work.
Deep Work.
Yeah.
Okay. What is it about? Is it a self-help book?
Uh, yes, of course, it is self-help book.
Uh-huh.
And I have just started. I have not gone even with introductory part, so I cannot explain. Like yesterday, I finished the book uh,
Uh-huh.
When Things Fall Apart. And it took me longer because
Hmm.
it was monotonous. I mean, the idea was repeating and something like that, chapter by chapter. So it took me a longer than usual. And
To
today I
finish
have
it.
started the new. Yeah,
Okay, 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 good. So you are on this reading spree right now. You're just going one book after another.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's nice, no? It's good to have a hobby that you're so serious about. So, what are the benefits of reading, in your opinion? Apart from enhancing English, of course, what other benefits or good things does reading bring to your life?
Uh, if I talk about the recent trend, it
Yeah.
certainly helps us to avoid our mobile and the social media.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes using social media becomes a bit tricky. Sometimes it becomes even uh, worrisome or burdensome maybe.
Yeah.
So it's good that we can avoid that and be busy with our book reading. So
Yes.
that's a small thing I would like to add at first. And
Mm-hmm.
of course, by reading, we can enhance our skill. I mean, the knowledge.
Yeah.
The more we read, the more experience we get. So that is the one
Mm-hmm.
thing that I am looking forward to, because at some times there are so many things that I get stuck, and I feel like this is not the problem of the language. I'm getting stuck because of the idea. So if
Right.
I read more, I will definitely get more ideas to talk on any topic, whether I'm aware with it
Absolutely
or
right.
not. So yes, that is the another thing that I would like to add. And apart from
That's.
that,
Mm-hmm.
we get, of course, a good hold on our language.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing I would like to add, like by reading, I'm also trying to incorporate that intonation thing. Like
Yeah.
reading loud can also help in that.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been being told by almost every tutor that I need to work on my intonation, because
Yes.
more or less I talk in same tone. So also because of that, I'm trying to focus on that and trying to read loud and all of that. So all these things are
Okay.
there, and of course we get a vast vocabulary as well.
Mm-hmm. True that. That's a very true thing. And I'm so glad that you're using reading to your benefit in so many different ways. It's not just one. And the fact that
Yeah,
you spoke about intonation, that's very underrated. We tell our learners so much to read something loudly, and they're very skeptical about it. They feel like, okay, is this going to work? How is this going to help me? But I think you are an example of how it has helped you. Today, when you're talking with me, when you're describing your experience with reading, I can sense that excitement in your voice, right? You don't sound
right.
flat in tone. Okay. So a
Okay.
lot of people are very skeptical, and I hope that they learn from this video that reading things loudly, deliberately trying to insert emotions to your voice will help you a lot in the long run. It'll Eventually it'll become a natural thing. So initially it might take efforts, but eventually it'll be very natural.
Yeah,
So
of course.
kudos
Right.
to you
Right.
for that. Yeah. Very nice. Great. And have you ever read any book or have you ever watched any comedy movie? A book related to comedy or a comedy film?
Like a movie I have watched, but
Hmm.
as far as the books are concerned,
Yeah.
I'm not aware with any of sort of that. And
Okay. I'm
I
not
think
aware of.
yeah, I'm not aware of any that kind of book.
Hmm. Okay. No worries. So when it comes to movie, what's the funniest movie that you've watched? till date?
Uh, I certainly cannot recall it right now, but
Okay,
I can talk about the actors. Maybe if I talk about the uh,
sure.
actors, I think Akshay Kumar is the one whose
Hmm.
comedy sense is uh, very interesting, and I like him the most. When it comes to comedy type movies
Yeah.
and all.
Hmm.
And
Okay,
if
so
I
Akshay
talk
Kumar
about the
is,
comedian, so
yeah.
of course Rajpal Yadav is there,
Hmm.
and uh, Raju Srivastava.
Yeah.
Raju Srivastava is the best comedian I have ever watched or ever experienced the performance of the comedian. If I talk about in that sense,
Yeah, I have ever witnessed. That could be a good thing.
I've ever witnessed. Yes,
Okay, okay, wonderful. Yeah. So he is a very popular stand-up comedian, right? Raju
yeah, of course,
Srivastava.
yes. And
Recently,
like,
yeah. Hmm.
sorry, go ahead.
No, no, I insist. You go ahead. Yeah.
I mean, when it comes to Raju Srivastava,
Yeah.
it certainly makes me feel nostalgic as well because that was the during 2004 or 5 when the first show had come, the Great
Hmm.
Laughter Show and something like that. So
Hmm. Yeah. So there was that reality show, right? You're talking about the stand-up comedy show, the Great Indian
uh,
Laughter Challenge. I believe that is what it was called.
uh, maybe I cannot recall the correct name, but
Hmm.
I'm talking about that show where Raju Srivastava and
Hmm.
Sunil Pal got famous, and along with these two, one was Shant Qureshi. I think
Ehsan
all of
Qureshi.
them,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
like his tone was something different
Yeah.
and a
Right. I
special one.
remember.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Yes.
all of these shows, whenever I get to watch it, even
Hmm.
at this time, it
Hmm.
certainly makes me feel nostalgic. And they are the best comedian, of course. And like the comedy that has changed in recent time, that has like certainly put me off.
Really? What it is?
Yes.
What is it that has,
Like
managed
the
to?
shows that comedians do these days. I think they are, I feel like they are more TRP based or a scripted one. And sometimes they even include some vulgarity and all. Not in that
Okay.
manner, but a few of that. Like if we can certainly not use vulgarity, we can use the word cheap here.
Okay. Fine. So you feel the standards have lowered?
Yes, of course.
Okay. So I'd like to suggest to you two names of stand-up comedians. Their jokes are mostly very neat. So I don't think there's anything cheap about their comedy. First is Kenneth Sebastian. You can search as Kenny Sebastian. His
Okay.
stand-up comedy videos are quite the rage on YouTube. And second, we have Kanan Gill. Okay, Kanangil. Okay, that's his name. Both are
Yes.
Indian stand-up comedians. So they are pretty good at what they do. They set the stage on fire every time they come up with a new set, and their jokes, as far as I remember, their jokes are pretty neat. Okay, there's nothing vulgar about it. I know what you're talking about, but their jokes are pretty good. Okay, so try
Yeah,
it
of
out
course.
and let me know if you enjoyed it. Both of them do stand up comedy only in English, so that's also a fun way to learn English as well. Okay.
Yeah. Like this has been also, I mean, told to me or suggested to me that
Yeah.
I should look for some comedian, but I have not. I mean, I have not looked it that way ever, especially on
Hmm.
YouTube. There are so
Hmm.
many stand-up comedians who are definitely good. Like there are so many comedians on YouTube that
Hmm.
I'm unaware of.
Yes, so these two are quite good. Uh, I hope you like them too. And do you have access to Amazon Prime?
No, I
Okay,
mean
so
I
they
had a few days ago, but a few months ago, sorry, but currently it is off.
is it okay? Do you have access to Netflix?
No, no.
Okay, so in case you have access to any of these in the future, These two people have their stand-up comedy special, which means it's a set that lasts for 1 hour at least. Okay, and it's hilarious. So both of them have their
Okay.
own sets. So you can watch it there on YouTube. You'll find like really nice snippets of those shows. So they're snippets, but it's interesting still. Okay, all right then. So do you consider yourself to be a funny person?
I I can't say it. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel that way. I mean, I'm unable to make others laugh, and
Okay.
so yeah.
Uh-huh. You want to add something to it? Go ahead.
No, I mean, I enjoy it, but I'm unable to make others feel, or I'm unable to crack jokes in that. That's what I'm trying to put in.
Sure. Okay, understood. Who is the funniest person that you know? Someone, who makes you laugh till you drop.
There are two of my friends.
Mhm.
Like they are pretty much hilarious. They can make a joke out of anything.
Mhm.
And like one of
Yeah.
them is there who is pretty much, I mean, comfortable to make it anywhere. Like he can start even on the road. If we are
Okay.
going, like if we are going on the road for some
Yeah.
or other purpose, and we
Mhm.
find some place where maybe on
Yeah.
that stall we are doing something, he can start
Mhm.
even there. So he is that kind of guy. And the another
Okay.
one is like he keeps observing others, and then
Yeah.
whenever we sit together, he would
Mhm.
try to imitate them and make us laugh that.
Okay. He makes you laugh a lot. Okay. Very nice. So, how are these people? Like, what is it about them that makes them funny?
It's like the one I was talking about, uh,
Yeah.
who keep observing people. Like
Hmm.
even if I'm talking about talking to you, and if he's sitting here, he will keep observing, and later on he will try to do some or the other mimicry or imitating that will certainly make others laugh. Okay.
Okay.
Like he can make that way.
That's nice. So, they're quite observant, you're saying, right? So, are you
Yeah,
a good observer of your surrounding? Not in the context of comedy, in general. Are you a good observer?
I can say that I
Oh,
am a good observer. Yes.
hmm. Okay, good. And when you're observing something, if you feel that whatever is happening in front of you is not right, okay, or it's bothering you in some way, do you confront the situation or the people who are doing something wrong in your surrounding? Let's say that there are a couple of kids in your neighborhood who are pelting stones at a dog or a stray cat. So, would you intervene and try to stop them, or would you just, feel really frustrated and angry and just go into your home? What would you do?
I am more like the second person. I would
Hmm.
feel irritated and I'll go away because I do not. I mean, ever since my childhood, sorry,
Yeah.
I mean, ever since my childhood, I have been conditioned in such a way that I do not want to interfere with others. Like,
Okay.
if someone is coming to me, I would
Hmm.
talk. If not, I will keep aside myself. And no
Okay.
matter what the situation is, I would
Yeah.
do that for sure. Only in case if there is something like emergency where I need to
Yeah.
interrupt, then I
Hmm.
would go. For example, helping others.
Yeah.
But in most of the cases, when I feel like there is no need to interrupt,
Yeah. Hmm.
let whatever happen, let them happen, let it
Hmm.
happen.
Okay.
So I would do that.
Amazing. Good. I like your honesty. So you say things the way they are. You don't try to portray yourself to be this perfect person. None of us are perfect, right? But
Yeah.
however you react, you're very honest about it, and you don't shy away from expressing anything. So that's great.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
true.
So can comedy be offensive?
Sometimes it can be because but I mean because the way it is treated on others. For example, so many people they use comedy and
Yeah.
they use satire for some or the
Mhm.
other person. So if they are using it for some people,
Yeah.
that person can feel offended for sure.
Hmm. Yeah. So you're talking about jokes that are very demeaning.
Yeah, sometimes demeaning, and sometimes even if we are talking about the normal jokes, but
Yeah.
it is a kind of satire. For
Mm-hmm.
example, uh, sorry, I
Go
was
ahead. It's
thinking
okay.
of
Take your time. Yeah.
example and I just forgot.
Okay, no problem. If it just comes back to you at any point in the conversation, do
Yeah,
let me know. Okay.
yeah.
All right. Okay. And what are some topics that put you off when it comes to comedy?
Sorry.
What are some topics that put you off? Means topics that make you feel irritated, or you don't like it, uh, in the genre of comedy.
I cannot think that way. I mean, the only thing that no matter what kind of comedy someone is doing, but
Yeah.
if uh, they are using some cheap words and all, or cheap ideas there, that will
Yeah.
certainly put me off. Otherwise, it is okay. Or
Hmm.
like, for example, I would like to explain one clip or one part of a movie that
Mm-hmm.
Akshay Kumar was there in the movie.
Okay.
It is
Okay.
from Hey Baby movie, and like the way he does, like a a boy of
Yeah.
8 or 10 year old was
Mm-hmm.
having some the laddu,
Mm-hmm.
if I can think about that, and
Okay.
he was a bit fatty, so
Okay.
he took Akshay Kumar takes his those laddus from his hand
Mm-hmm.
and just keep slap him. Motu kitna khayega and something like
Oh
that.
God, that's
Uh-huh.
brutal. Yeah, that's not right. Yeah.
And then he take those laddus and then he uh, go to a girl.
Goes to a
Uh,
girl.
yeah, sorry, he goes to a girl
Yeah.
who was in like bikinis or something like that, or modern dress,
Mm-hmm.
if I say.
Mm-hmm.
He
Mm-hmm.
uses his lipstick and
Mm-hmm.
do a tika on his head.
He does. Okay.
He does
Huh.
a tika on his head, and then
Uh-huh.
he moves to another girl because he
Hmm.
was in a wedding ceremony, and he says that, okay, Bhavi, I am coming from a mandir.
Okay. Yeah. These things, it shouldn't. It's not funny if you see it, right? It's
Like
not funny.
the way it has been portrayed in the movie,
Yes.
it certainly was funny at that point of time.
Mm-hmm.
Like sometimes we in the movies, then when they use, we don't go that deep that it is not good or in that way. I
Yeah.
mean, calling a boy fat and something like that, we do
Yeah.
not consider that
Hmm.
we are watching a movie. So in
Yeah,
that,
especially not with a child. You shouldn't do these
yeah,
things with children because what happens, if you are showing it, it's okay, but you shouldn't glorify it. You shouldn't portray it in such a way that it is right. Yeah. So,
yeah.
okay,
So
cool.
that's what I was saying, that even if it was including some or the other aspect that should have not been there, but it
Hmm.
has been portrayed in such a way that it made look good there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was according to the movie, it was
Hmm.
justified there.
Hmm. Okay, okay. Nice. Yeah, got it. So, thank you for sharing that. You explained it very well, even though it was a question that could have garnered a extreme response. You still
Yeah,
managed to, say it in a very polite way, and you also had some great examples to back it up. So, great job. Okay.
yeah.
All right then. And yeah, what else? Do you ever remember when you were in school or in college? Did you ever like reading jokes? We had these joke books, so it was very silly now that I think of it. But
Uh,
did you ever like reading jokes?
no, no. Like during childhood, I was never into studies, and
Yeah.
that's what I keep trying repeating. I mean, like I used to always spend my time on cricket side.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So
Okay,
I
right.
don't even remember. Like I had no time to read even my course or the
Mm-hmm.
material syllabus books.
Mm-hmm.
So it was not possible to me for me to read other books at all.
Mm-hmm. Hmm. Okay, okay. No worries. So, yeah, the answer is a no then. Great. So, yeah, those are all my questions to you for this session. And I must compliment you that you were able to express all your thoughts and emotions pretty well. If there is any area of improvement after today's class, it would definitely be your subject verb agreements. So, just focus on that a little bit. You know the rules. It's just that when you're talking, you get carried away and you tend to not
Yeah,
focus
yeah,
on it. So, just
of
be a
course,
little
of course.
mindful of these things. Okay, very simple things. You just need a quick revision and be careful when you're talking. Okay, so just the
And
subject verb
actually,
agreement part.
yeah, yeah. And like I'm getting lots of calls today. So some
Yeah,
distraction from there as well.
right. It kind of affects your flow, right? The train of thoughts.
Right.
It really
Yeah, yeah.
causes an issue there. Yeah, no problem. I
And
understand, but
like
yeah.
after a long time, once again,
Mhm.
the session is like a question answer session. I didn't even ask you a single question. So, I mean, how
Yeah.
do you feel about comedy and how much you enjoy?
Oh, that's my go-to thing if ever I want to take a break. The first thing that I do is I go on YouTube and start hunting for the latest stand-up comedy videos. That's my favorite type of comedy. Okay, so there are different now observational, anecdotal, slapstick, etc. My favorite is
Hmm.
stand-up comedy, and I really like it. Not just in English, I also watch stand-up comedy videos in Hindi, and I find them to be pretty amusing. And yeah, I really like it, and there are no topics that put me off, to be very honest with you. So I enjoy all kinds of topics when it comes to jokes.
Hmm. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's about it. Do you have any other questions?
Uh, no,
No questions. Okay, so yeah,
I
what are
mean,
your plans now? Yeah.
like uh, like you explained about two comedians. If I talk about the Hindi comedians, like you said, you watch even Hindi comedy.
Yeah.
So, is
Yeah.
there any favorite comedian?
Oh yeah, there are so many. I think I have more in number. Like Hindi comedians, I think first one would be Akash Gupta. Have you heard of him? He's quite popular on YouTube.
No, no, I haven't.
So first one is Akash Gupta. Um, that guy, his jokes are like rib tickling. So it literally make you fall off your chair. It's that funny, at
Oh,
least for me. Second would be Anubhav Bassi. Have you heard of this guy?
no, sorry.
Okay, so no problem. Don't have to be sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just you can look them
I
up
mean,
today. Yeah,
yeah, yeah,
you can look
right.
them up today. One is Anubhav Bassi and the other one is Abhishek Upmanyu. So these are the three
Okay.
people who crack like really great jokes in Hindi. All are stand-up comedians, and of course Zakir Khan. So that guy is a legend. He's not just a stand-up comedian. I think he writes really good poetry also. So Zakir Khan, of course, yeah.
Or is there anyone in your network, your
In
group?
my network, nobody. No, 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 nobody. So nobody in my network is into comedy as a profession or even as a side hustle. We are just the audience. That's it.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah. So these are some recommendations from my end. If you have any free time today, so you can just go on YouTube and search these names, and trust me, you'll have a good time.
Yeah,
Okay. All right then, Raj. So is that it? Do you have anything else to ask?
no. It was lovely talking to you, and
Same here.
as always. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know where my mind has blown out because of this call. Once again,
Okay, okay, no
uh,
problem. I understand it happens when we are taking classes on mobile phones. It's normal to receive calls, so don't have to be worried
yeah,
about it. And I'll see you next time. I think someone is desperately trying to get in touch with you. So you better call that person and speak with them. And I'll meet you
Yeah,
next time. Okay? Yeah.
yeah,
Take
yeah,
care.
of course.
Bye.
Take care. Bye.